Hello. So just thought I'd update. I'm pulled over on the side of the road here, just having a rest for a minute. Had to go in to the city for some MRIs on my spine to try to figure out what's going on. So drives are a big thing. Drives are a big deal. My husband was going to drive, but I prefer he stays with the kids. So it's a couple hours. I can handle it. Driving's tough. I put my hands on the steering wheel, and after a while, this hand just kind of does that. I can think about it, put it up, try to grip the wheel tight with two hands, and then it just kind of, after a while, gives up. So I'm over halfway home, so I'm getting kind of wore out, but right side's still strong. So anyways, I go into the I get out of the car when I get there, and all's good. I can hardly walk, but that's okay. So I stagger in, looking like I'm drunk. People are probably wondering why I'm driving. So I go along and go up the elevator, register, kind of having to hang on to chairs, the wall, kind of whatever you can kind of grab along the way. And I'm staggering around. I'm trying to be proud, and the lady's standing beside me, and she's walking me back, and she says, Oh, do you need a hand? I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. Because, you don't want to, me anyways, I don't like to use a cane, I don't like to use a crutch, I don't like to use a walker, I don't feel I need it. But there's times where certainly I probably should. Today probably was one of those. So I'm walking through back, and then I go to walk in where they want you to change, and they had like a little doorway. So I'm walking through the doorway, and all of a sudden I'm going down straight backwards. Like usually I kind of go to the left. Yeah, it was straight backwards today, and it's happened a few times lately because I've been pushing myself, and my son's caught me, my husband caught me a couple days ago. So that's getting frustrating. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, so I'm kind of falling back. She's like, oh dear, are you dizzy? Can I help you? And I'm like, no, I'm not really dizzy. I'm just falling over. I don't know. So anyways, she kind of tried to catch me, but I caught myself on the wall. Then I go to change, and then we're going back, and we're hiking down the hall to go the other. And as long as I have the wall, I'm not too bad. So I'm hanging on to stuff. And again, can I help you? No, I'm good. Then I go in there, and they want to block your knees up, where you're laying on the MRI bed. So I'm thinking, yeah, okay. She's like, yep, just lift your leg. So I lift my right leg, and the left one just is not coming. The drive is just too much. Can't do it today. Just can't. So she had to help, and that's fine. So after the MRI, I'm thinking, okay, whatever. Go to get up. Of course, I take my time. Stand up, just about fall over again. Lady kind of catches me. She's like, do you want my arm? I'm like, no, yeah, maybe I better. Because I just about fell over again. So about 3 times on the walk back to the dressing room. It was a very slow walk out. Walking all the way down the hall and out back into the waiting area after was really long. Took me a really long time. I walked very slow, tipping over a few times, but I caught myself. I hung on to, they had like these cupboard things along the wall. So to me, I don't know, I find that embarrassing. I shouldn't, probably. Just like my son asked me, why don't you use those electric grocery carts, Mom, and sit in them and ride? And I'm like, I can't, because to me that feels like giving up. If I say I can't do it, then I'm going to give up completely. So it's either I push and I try not to use mobility aids or anything like that, because I can do it. I know I can do it. In my heart, I can do it. I want to get better. I will get better. But it's probably going to take me longer than I want. And I realize that. So what's wrong with me? Still don't know. Originally, I had the COVID vaccine, the Pfizer, and then the next day I developed a huge swelling here. I still think that has something to do with it. No one seems to want to take that seriously, but this swelled right up, and it was the most painful thing I think that I've had for like swollen glands, anything like that in a long time. It was so painful. I was getting a heat pack, and nothing was taking away the pain. It was crazy, and it was so swollen. And then about a half hour after that was so bad, my face went numb, my arm, my leg, numb and kind of weak. And yeah, anyways, they said it was a stroke, and I went under that diagnosis for a long time, and then they've turned around since now, and they say that it's not a stroke. Well, I don't know what it is. They're still trying to investigate. My left side is still pretty much useless. It goes numb all the time. It was weak when I use it, standing, doing stuff like regular everyday chores, washing dishes, doing laundry, gardening, trying to mow lawns, anything like that. It's exhausting. I don't know what's going to happen for diagnosis. I have no idea. All I can say is that this happened right after the vaccine, and I was never like this before. I had a history of weird things, but nothing like this. So I'm not really sure what to make of all this, but anyways, if you're going through the same thing, hang in there and do what you gotta do. Bye.